Hey guys, Jake Whip here, back for another Davinci Resolve tutorial, and today we are going to be making a pretty cool title. Alright, before we start, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, let's get into this tutorial. So here's the title that we are going to be making. So it's just some rectangles, and yeah, and then it closes there. So that does go a little faster. I don't know what happened to my render, but anyways, so we're gonna go create a new composition. So right here I have my compound clip, and we'll just go back to Fusion. Okay, so now my viewer windows are all messed up. Okay, let's just go like that. Two viewer windows. Alright, so I accidentally deleted my media out, so we're just gonna go shift space, bring in media out. So there will be a media in when you create a compound clip using a solid. You can drag down a solid color from the generators in the effects library, and then right click a new compound clip. But anyway, so it has a media in and a media out. Delete the media in, and then you can bring down a background, connect that up to the media out. And then you can just bring the transparency down. So now when we view this, it's totally transparent instead of a black background. Okay, now that we've got that done, we can make the little rectangle that the text sits on. So what we are going to do is take a background node, and then add a rectangle to that. So we're just going to connect this up, change the background, do 0.5 on red, and then on the rectangle we're just gonna adjust the settings to about where we want them. Let's just go like that, so we can just go 0.2. 0.2 is a good height. Okay, so 0.5 and 0.2. Now we're gonna go ahead to about frame 10 and add a keyframe on height, and then go in a little ways like frame 6 and add a keyframe on width. Then we're going to go all the way to 0, add a keyframe on width, and bring that down. Go in between the two, and add a keyframe on height, and bring that down to about 0.06 or 0.04, whatever. So now it comes up like that. Okay, so now that we've got that done, we're going to go into the spline editor here and drag the rectangle over here just by clicking on it, bringing it over, just like how you place stuff in the viewer windows. So yeah. And then in here we're going to click on the blue, which is the height. Then we're going to click F, and then by clicking T you can bring this little thing up here. And we're just going to bring the ease in out quite a ways. Then do the same thing for the width, which is the yellow line. And now we get like a kind of smoother looking animation. Okay. Now what we're going to do is add the text. So pretty much how we do this, it's extremely easy, and we're just going to drag a text node down, add the text, type in what we want for the text. Okay, so now that that's done, it's pretty much ready. All we need to do is take the rectangle and connect it up to the text. You can split a mask like that. So that's pretty easy. And now what it does is when it comes down and across, it also hides the Davinci Resolve. Now we're going to work on those two little rectangles that come out. Again, we will only be using one rectangle mask, just like we did in the last one. So we're going to copy the rectangle up here, paste it, and connect this up to the background node. Actually, no, we have to add a background node, then connect it, then bring it to this background. Okay, so on our rectangle here, we are going to come over here and do remove rectangle 1 width. You can just do that by right-clicking, and then remove the height as well. So that just removes all the keyframes. So now if we change our background here, it should be right there. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, yep. So what you do is whatever keyframe that you're on over here, like I was on 0 when I did that, that's what it stays at. So just come to the last keyframe and then do remove the rectangle thing like that, or the height and the width. So now when I go back, it's there. So I mean, I'm just gonna change this color to what I want. But I mean, we don't want that because we don't want that viewing. So how do we do that? We go into once it's all done, which is frame 10. So we're just gonna go to 11 or 12. And then up in the background here, there's a global in/out, and we're just gonna type 12 in there. And so if you look here, it's not in, and it doesn't come in until then, but you can't see that. So we're just gonna drag the merge up here and then view that over here. So now it's only viewing this side, not any of this. So when we watch here, frame 12, it appears. So that's how that works. And then, so what we're gonna do here to animate this is come to about frame, let's say 15. Okay, add a keyframe on the center, X and Y. Come to 20 and add another keyframe, and then just using the things on the screen, move it out to the position that we want it. Okay, so now that that's done, it just comes out like that. We're gonna go into the spline editor and smooth this out. Okay, so we can just drag this over here, then it's just the displacement here. You can click on this little lock, the little lock here, click F and then T if it's not up already, and change the ease to a little bit more there. I'm gonna bring out some more. So we're just gonna put that one at 100 actually, and then that comes out. Okay, so that part's done. I'm actually just gonna go back to this keyframe, move this in just a little bit. Okay, there we go. So now what we're gonna do is, instead of making a new rectangle and doing a different animation, what we can do is bring down a background. Actually, we do have to add another rectangle. Sorry about that. So we'll copy this rectangle here, paste it, connect this up, and then actually what we're gonna do is take this and do the ending, like where it comes back in. So we're just gonna go to frame 106, add a keyframe, go forward to 110. Actually, we're gonna go to 111 and add another keyframe and change this to 0.5. Okay, so that's done. So now we have that animation. I'm just gonna copy that rectangle, paste it, bring it down, and then what we're gonna do is we have to adjust the background color, and on the rectangle here, I'm gonna move it over and then up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy the center X, and then we're gonna go to, actually I didn't copy it. I kept the version that I copied before. So we're gonna connect this up. We're gonna go here, and again we're gonna need to move it over because I just messed that up to about where we want it. There we go. Then we're gonna copy the center X, go to our keyframe before the animation that it goes back, paste it into there. Come back to the one keyframe, copy the Y, and then come back to the last keyframe there and paste that into the Y. So now what we have is oh yeah, by the way, with the background, we do have to change this one so the global in is 12. All right, so now when we play this, there, that comes out, that one comes out. And here we go, and now it goes away. So now we are just gonna work on the text going away here. So now, so that the text goes away as well. So here we go. We're gonna make it both go away at the same time. We're not gonna do the different width and height thing. So we're gonna go right here, add a keyframe to both of those, come down and just bring those all the way down. And then over on the backgrounds here, we have to add the global out. So that's 111. And then on the background here, we're also going to do 111. So now when those go in, they are no longer there. So that's pretty much the thing. So what we're going to do quick is just so it plays a little faster. It's a little trick. What you can do is on the media out, right click, do cache to disk, and then do pre-render down here. So now it's just going through. Alright, so what you actually have to do, I'm going to undo that. And you have to add like a transform or something. You can't do it on the media. The media went out. So I'm just going to do cache to disk. Make sure the enable cache is on. And then do OK. You can also choose the folder that you want it in. And so it's just rendering it here. And there we go. It should be done. So now when we play this, it plays a little bit faster. I mean, you might need to wait once more. But yeah, here it goes. And that comes down. And then the second time, it will play faster. So I think something might have got messed up there. But anyways, that is the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you next time for another Davinci Resolve tutorials.